Well, Be'ezrat Hashem, of course, we're dedicating the words of Torah that we're learning today for the benefit and honoring the holy neshama of Rav Ovadia Yosef ben Georgia. This is a shiur for women. Be'ezrat Hashem, we're going to try to learn a little bit again, always drop, one drop and another drop and another drop. In the end, Be'ezrat Hashem, we're going to be satisfied and happy. Rabbeinu is writing in Torah 152, when there is a holy neshama that comes down to this world with her branches that belongs to it, azai haklipa mesabevet ota. So then the husks are surrounding it, trying to stop her, to avoid that neshama, that holy soul, from connecting herself to Hashem Yitbarach. But rak nish'ar petach neged emunah. Just always there is a certain opening that stays open always in front of the faith. Shekeneged ha'emunah ha'petach patuach. That window, that opening is open always in front of the faith. It means that a person that comes down to this world, that he's got huge qualities. Every one of us have enormous abilities and talents and wisdom that HaKadosh Baruch Hu planted in us. Those amazing, wonderful, good stones that we have in our neshama are things that the Yetzer Hara, that the dark forces are not willing to accept, and they want to stop and to cover from that neshama from glowing and illuminating in the world. So the Yetzer Hara is trying to put a lot of difficulties and problems and issues to each and every soul, to each and every holy soul from Am Yisrael when it comes down to this world. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not letting the Sitra Achra, that dark side, to have all of the control on that poor person. Just he always watching over that person, that he's gonna have one window, one opening in front of that person, and that opening gonna revive him in every situation, and it's standing in front of the faith, that the person, the man, the woman, they can believe in Hashem Yitbarach always. You, from all of your difficulties, from all of your sadnesses, from all of your crises, you can stand in front of Hashem Yitbarach and to talk to Him, to tell Him, please, Ribono Shel Olam, let me see you. Let me see that it's you that is leading me in my life, that it's you that is bringing me even to those hard situations that I'm in now. Please, Ribono Shel Olam, help me to believe in you. Let me remember that it's you. And not only that it's you, just also that it's all good. Hashem is good and doing only good. Hatov v'hametiv. He is good and He's doing only good things. And we have to remember that in the time of falling, in time of crisis. We have to remind ourselves that. Hashem remembers that. Hashem knows exactly what that He's doing. Just we are very, very fast to forget and to chas v'shalom, even to be angry and to be frustrated and to be sad. Yesterday we heard in one of the words of eulogizing that we heard on Rav Ovadia, we heard from one of the helpers of Rav Ovadia that he said that there was a woman that was very far from Torah and mitzvot, and her son died in a car accident, none of us from Am Yisrael. And also her husband went to a horrible difficulty, or that he was very sick or something like that, I don't quite remember. And she went crazy because of that. And she started to hate Hashem and to curse Hashem. And she said, if this is what that you're doing to me in my life, so I'm gonna do against you, things against you, in purpose. And she decided to eat in Yom Kippur and to light fire in Yom Kippur and in Shabbat, and she was doing all of those things in purpose against Hashem Yitbarach. After 2 weeks from that Yom Kippur, suddenly she felt very bad, and she went to the doctors, to the hospital, and they told her that she got a horrible disease, the cancer, lo alenu, and not on none of Am Yisrael. She knew that it happened to her because of what that she done against Hashem Yitbarach, and still it was very hard for her, but she didn't know what to do. She asked from one of her relatives to give a letter, to hand a letter to Rav Ovadia Yosef. And in that letter she wrote a confession that she was always very far from Torah mitzvot, and that now happened to her all of those horrible things in her life, and that she started to be angry on Hashem Yitbarach, and that she ate in Yom Kippurim, and that she was breaking Shabbos, and on, and that she doesn't know what to do. Rav Ovadia asked to meet with her, and he met her. He read that letter and he met her, and he told her, listen. She told him, I believe that you are a righteous man, that you have the ability to heal people. So he told her, look, I'm nothing and I cannot do nothing, but for sure, if you're going to accept on yourself to keep Shabbos from now on, you and your husband, and if you're going to watch on more rules of Torah mitzvot, like kashrut and taharat hamishpacha, purity of the family, so I can promise you that HaKadosh Baruch Hu going to heal you and going to help you. And I'm also going to pray on you that you're going to have a complete refuah shlema, health. So she said that she's accepting it on herself, and her husband also accepted it on himself. And after 2 weeks, she went to the hospital. They made her a surgery, and they told her that 90% of the people, after making that kind of surgery, for them, they're not standing back on their legs. And if they do, they cannot talk. And actually, a lot of times it can come back. And actually, no one is escaped from that horrible disease. And after 2 weeks she came and they made that small surgery, and they told her that there was a medical miracle and that she is totally clean, and she was able to talk and went back on her legs, and everything was mamash amazing. She went back to Rav Ovadia and wrote another letter and handed him that letter that she's thanking him. And the rabbi and she wrote in that letter that she is praising him, and that she knows that it's all because of his merit, and that he made that miracle for her, and that only because of him HaKadosh Baruch Hu listened to her prayers. That is obvious that it's true, and this is how that we believe that righteous people have huge powers. But then when Rav Ovadia read that letter, he started to cry, and he said, why people are blaming me on things that I'm not capable of doing? I'm not doing those things. It's that exception that she accepted on herself. You can say that, acceptance that she accepted on herself, that brought her that miracle into her life, that she was accepting to keep Shabbos from that day and on, and taharat hamishpacha, and kashrut, and the tefillot, the prayers. We need to believe, of course, in the powers of the tzaddikim, all the righteous people, but also we have to believe in the powers that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is giving to us, ourselves. We have huge powers, each and every one of us, and always HaKadosh Baruch Hu is leaving one opening in front of us, that it's that window of faith, that we can believe in Hashem. And a person that believes in Hashem Yitbarach, he's talking to Hashem Yitbarach, he's praying to Him, he's asking all of his needs. If you would really believe in Hashem Yitbarach, you would not talk and ask and beg for nothing from no one else except of Hashem. Just always, every day, to have a certain time that in that time you're talking to Hashem and asking from everything that you need and sharing with all of your difficulties and telling and explaining and pouring your heart out and sharing and asking and talking. And I'm sure, like that the verse is saying, Karov Hashem lechol korav lechol asher yikreu ve'emet, that Hashem is close to everyone that is calling Him with truth, from His point, from His level, talking on His heart. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu is going to be close to you and going to answer to all your prayers, and you're going to tell us in your, how you call that, answers, how you there type the tguvot, responses, you're going to respond that you had miracles in your life for sure. You're all going to see miracles in your life for sure. Just take that work of prayer, of simple Hitbodedut, conversation with Hashem, to actions, and you're all going to see miracles. Amen. Ken Yehi Ratzon.